Today, we're diving into the world of Starbucks and the hidden business genius behind their Gold Card Rewards program. If you're a regular at Starbucks, you probably love the perks, earning stars, free drinks, that little sense of pride once you hit gold status. But today, we're going to go beyond the freebies to see how Starbucks is playing a much bigger game. They've mastered a tactic that might look like a simple loyalty program on the surface, but underneath, it's one of the most financially brilliant moves a company can make. And here's the thing, I'm not here to bash Starbucks. I actually think it is genius. We're going to break it down and look how this hidden approach might be applied in other businesses. So sit back, grab your coffee, hopefully already paid for. Let's get into it.
Take the blue pill. The story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill. You stay in Wonderland. And I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
You might have noticed that Starbucks really encourages us to preload money onto our cards or app. Why? Well, it's not just to make ordering quicker, although that is a benefit. When you preload, you're actually giving Starbucks a free loan. You're lending Starbucks your money, interest-free, voluntarily. They can use it however they like. Here's how it works. Every time you load $20 or $50 onto your Starbucks app or gift card, that money sits in Starbucks bank accounts as a liability, meaning they owe you that coffee or that food whenever you decide to redeem it. But until you do, they're free to use that money and they don't have to pay it back until you cash in on your lattes and cappuccinos and sandwiches and cake. What's Starbucks doing with all that cash? Think of the potential of what a company like that could do with billions of dollars of free dollars. Talking it north of $2 million. I'm sorry, $2 billion. Preloaded money or abandoned gift card money. Interest-free loans, $2 billion. Where all the other companies are going to Chase Bank or JP Morgan or at Bank of America or Wells Fargo or whatever, getting these loans at 10, 15%. And while the money sits there waiting to be spent, Starbucks can invest it, fund operations, or simply improve their cash flow without taking out loans or dealing with interest or anything that goes along with dealing with a bank. It's brilliant because Starbucks has basically transformed a loyalty program into direct cash flow engine. They found a way to get customers to fund their operations voluntarily. Now, let's talk about something else really clever here. Breakage. I don't know if you're familiar with that term or not. Breakage is the term for gift card balances that never get redeemed. So when people forget to use up their cards, lose them, or just let them sit indefinitely, that money becomes pure profit for Starbucks. If you get a $20 gift card and you go spend $14 of it, then you never use the other $6. Pure profit. Let's put it into perspective. In recent years, Starbucks reported around $215 million in breakage revenue. That's just from people forgetting to spend the money on their gift cards. Instead of owing customers coffee, that money goes just directly to Starbucks' bottom line. Now, you might be wondering, is that fair? Well, after all, Starbucks is encouraging people to load money, knowing that some of it will never be redeemed. But here's the thing, they're not hiding it, and customers still see the benefit. If you're an active user on their rewards plan, you're getting free drinks, birthday treats, rewards. It is a win-win. Starbucks boosts their cash flow, and customers enjoy perks. Now, so my problem is not, if I have a problem, the issue with this type of program is not that one or the other is getting cheated or one is winning and one is losing. The issue is how it's advertised and what their true motive is. right? So it's advertised as all of these perks and benefits for the customer, but the true motive is we want to all these tax-free loans, right? There's big tax-free loans. But the true brilliance here lies in how Starbucks has structured it. They've combined psychology, finance, and convenience to create a system that serves multiple purposes. The promise of rewards is enticing. It keeps customers loyal, encourages them to spend money, and gets them to preload funds on their card. And since Starbucks already knows a portion of those funds will never be redeemed, they can estimate how much the breakage is going to be in extra revenue, giving them even more financial stability. So what can we take from this case study? For businesses listening out there, this model it's definitely worth studying. Starbucks has turned loyalty into a financial strategy, not just a marketing tool. Imagine if you could build a similar system in your business, where customers willingly prepay for goods or services, improving your cash flow and letting you operate with less reliance on loans or investors. Escrow is another example of this. But if you're thinking about implementing something like this, here are a few takeaways to keep in mind. 1, you need to offer real value. For a program like this to work, customers need to feel they're getting something in return. Starbucks offers rewards, free drinks, and a convenient ordering experience. Whatever your business is, your program needs to provide genuine perks to keep people engaged. Understand breakage laws. This is a little interesting twist. Breakage isn't always pure profit. In some places, unredeemed gift card balances must be reported as unclaimed property and sent to the state, which kind of just makes me mad. If you're considering a similar approach, make sure that you know the rules around your breakage laws in your state. 2, think like an investor. If you're receiving the cash up front, you don't just sit on it. Starbucks uses their prepaid funds strategically. They can invest in growth, cover operational costs, or even expand into new markets, open up new locations. So if you're thinking of following, this or a similar model, treat those funds with the same respect you would as if it came from a bank loan. I think that's the responsible thing to do with this type of revenue model. The Starbucks Rewards Program is a case study in modern business genius. It's a powerful reminder that with a little creativity, companies can turn customer loyalty into a game-changing financial strategy. So next time you reload your Starbucks card, remember you're doing a little more than just buying coffee. You're part of a system that's redefining how businesses think about cash flow, customer loyalty, and profitability. All right, folks, that's it for today's episode. Let me know what you think. Are you inspired by Starbucks' approach, or do you find it a little too strategic for comfort? And if you're a business owner, would you ever consider setting up a similar system? Drop a comment, shoot me a message. I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you know of any other examples of other companies doing something like this or this exact thing, put it in the comments below, and I'll make sure to look into those as well. Thanks for tuning in to Project Red Pill. Until next time, keep your eyes open, question everything, and maybe consider grabbing that free cup of coffee while it's still there.
Take the blue pill. The story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill. You stay in Wonderland. And I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.